Okay. Well, if you don't mind, and here's the first bombshell of the episode. I took the
Oh boy.
liberty, courtesy of AI, to see what old Zach would look like without the beard. Are you ready?
Oh,
Are you
Jesus.
ready?
Let's see how accurate this is, because
Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Zagady. I'm also known as the Commenting Collector. Welcome to another edition of the Collector's Chat. And I'm especially excited today because my guest is a channel I've been following for a couple years now. And it is a channel that I love watching because it's one of those rare channels where it's actually informative, educational, but at the same time, entertaining as heck. As my guest has a great eclectic knowledge of different things, subjects, and always tries to find a way to tie them into the sports card hobby. Well, without further ado, let's just bring him on. His channel's name is Zach's Collections. Welcome to the Collector's Chat. And there he is.
Hello.
Zach.
Hello. I when I was listening to that introduction, I was like, "Who's this guy? Who's he describing?" Like, it doesn't sound like anybody I know.
Well, one of my first questions is always, how did you come up with your channel's name? But that might not be a too interesting.
Well, I mean, because I wanted to pick something, because I initially did it to focus on autographs on my TTMs, and then it spiraled from there. So I thought just cast a wide net for like general collecting.
It is a wide net indeed. And before we proceed, I want to introduce a little game of mine. I don't want to show the spoiler. You bet your life. Say the secret word, and a duck will come down and have the secret word. It's a word used in everyday conversation. And Zach, if you say the secret word, these will be yours. Star Wars. Next Generation.
Let's go.
And this is the 92, 93 season, unopened pack. That's not all.
That was one of my favorites of that.
Oh, great. And we'll get into that shortly, because I know that's one of your passions is the unopened and then opening them. Here's a NHL Pro Set 91-92. And that's a key year for, I think, one of your go-to teams in hockey, the Penguins. Yep. I think that's the year that they won it all. And and in fact, I think they beat my North Stars. So yeah.
I was going to say, I think that was the first one when they beat Minnesota, because they beat Chicago the following year.
Yeah, they had a little run going on because they had a player that some of our viewers may have heard of before, named Mario Lemieux.
Yeah, that guy wasn't bad at the hockey, and then in '90 we get good old Jaromir Jagr coming in, and if you saw a couple, I think it was a week or so ago, he just turned 54, and the man is still playing hockey over in the Czech Republic.
Really? Well, that all gives us hope. And it's not like he's playing pickleball either. He's playing hockey. So that's
right. And it's the team he owns, but he's still like a third or fourth liner. He doesn't play much, but he still plays.
Yeah, I mean, good for him because, like in civilian life, we work till we're in our 60s, but in hockey or in sports, you get it to your 30s, 40s, and it's almost retirement age for those guys. So,
Right, exactly. The overwhelming majority of them are probably out before 40.
exactly. So good for Mr. Yeager. But that's not all. Batman Returns,
Let's
and I'm sure
go.
you're familiar with this one. Is this one that
Oh
you've
yeah, that's
had on the wheel before?
it is, and that is I believe that is also the Batman portrayed by one of Pittsburgh's favorite sons, Michael Keaton.
Oh, wow. I didn't see. That's a connection that I feel like I get on your channel a lot, Zach, is you go off onto these topics and they all kind of connect with each other and build upon each other. And I love that type of stuff.
It's
What?
and it's weird how it strangely works out. Like a lot of them I
Yeah.
don't plan, it's just they happen to work out.
Yeah, they kind of build on each other.
Yeah, it's rather interesting.
Do you remember my dad was a big fan of it? So growing up, I think it was a lot of it was in the 80s. It was a show on PBS called Connections where they would have an inventor or a topic and how it would be connected to a lot of different things. Were you familiar with that one, Zach? Connections.
God, it rings a bell. I
Yeah.
may have
If
come
not,
across it.
yeah, if not, I'm sure you could go on to YouTube and search it and find old episodes. But yeah,
You'd have to look for that.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, say the secret word, Zach. All three of these are yours.
The secret word is
and
river.
the Batman, I think, is from 97, the 90s. And I'm thinking that's kind of right in your era. Is that kind of the graduation time for high school was the 90s?
Yeah, I graduated high school in 2000,
Okay.
and so grew up, caught the tail end of the 80s in my, recollection. But
Sure.
still, I remember when the world was a bright shade of neon, and I remember the countless bottles of Elmer's glue that went into people's hair. I remember it all.
Yeah, I actually graduated in 85. Now, some people might look and go, wait. And I think it's got to be the beard might lead people to think we're around the same age. So
no, I was thinking that as like you look better. You look better now than I ever will.
I don't know about that, but I think your beard is kind of, for me, one of your trademarks that I see. I see that and I'm like, okay, it's Zach Collections.
And I figure it's the only hair pretty much from the neck up that's going to continue to grow.
There you go.
And at this point, I've had it for so long, even when I see pictures of myself, even with just a goatee, it's like, God, I look even weirder than normal.
I was going to ask you, do you have any recent pictures handy of you without the beard, or has it been so long that?
Oh no, I've had this since college, so it's going on 20 years. I've had the beard.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, and here's the first bombshell of the episode. I took the liberty, courtesy of AI, to see what old Zach would look like without the beard. Are you ready?
Oh,
are you ready?
Let's see how accurate it might be. Scarily accurate. Whew.
Now,
man, I am so glad I have the beard.
AI does distort people's faces no matter what. So that
I think it actually made my face look better.
That might not look accurate. Now, if someone saw this, they'd go.
Let me ask you this: would you buy a used car from that man? The answer is no.
I was gonna say I sure would. Of course, he looks like I don't know. He looks honest. I don't know, but now us two, we'd probably say we're about the same age. What right? So I think it's the beard. But to take
it definitely is
one step further, what would I look like with your beard?
Now that's a question. Now there's the
nothing
question
like
for
good
the
old fun with the old AI, right? No, maybe not, but here we go.
They can do some things. Hey, you know what?
That's old commenting collector with the beard, with your beard.
You know what? I have
Yeah.
to say, I think it would suit you.
I do too. I'm almost looking
Suit
like
you.
I'm almost looking Andy's attic-ish, but yeah, I like it. I like it.
I think that would suit you very nicely, actually.
Now I don't know how long I'd last with Mrs. CC. Mrs. CC I don't know how she would you know, she would take to it, but
It could go either way.
yeah. How about you? Do you have a DA? Do you know what I mean by DA? A domestic associate.
DA?
Do you have a domestic associate?
No. No, currently not at the moment, but
oh well,
that's all right. I enjoy the bachelor lifestyle ish.
Well, I was going to say, you have no one to answer to as far as your collection and your hobby and putting things all over wherever you want. And see, I've been relegated to a room downstairs, which is better than nothing, but I've got a room. Yeah.
Right. And that's the problem, is because I don't have anybody to put their foot down. It can get out of hand. So every 6 months ish, I just sit here take 3 days and just organize everything. It's like, all right, everything's organized. 3 days later, it's absolute chaos yet again.
Okay, well then we're not going to have to even go to that type of support needed to have fun, because you're kind of just basically doing what you want to do when you want to do it. I love it. Been married
that's what it is.
Yeah, I've been married for over 20 years, so it's been a while, but yeah, I mean, hey, there's good, there's positives, there's negatives, but
that's the thing. There's positives and negatives in everything. You know, being married, not being married, they both have their equal and opposite positives and negatives.
Yeah, they always say the grass is always greener, but yeah, for sure. But hey, the way I look at it, you have your life, and you make the best of it, and yeah, we go from there. Speaking of your life, Zach, I'm just looking at your bio here, your bio on YouTube. Looks like you joined YouTube right in the eye of the COVID storm.
Yeah, right.
October 9th, 2000.
October 2020, right at the height of the pandemic.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So were you one of these people that were kind of shelter at home, and you're like, man, I might as well start making videos, or what?
Kind of, yeah. I'd been talking to some people, and they knew that I'd been doing the TTM, the autograph hobby, for a couple years before I did YouTube, and like I'd gotten some really big ones back in the olden days, and they're like, why don't you just do, make a YouTube channel? People like looking at that stuff. And then I got on and I started looking, and I first encountered Adam's Card Closet.
Oh.
Or I think it was Adam. There was a couple people that I remember, but
he's a good one.
And then I was just, now I'm trying to think, was he on back then? I can't remember, but I remember seeing him early on in the journey.
Well, I know he's plus 3 years, because I know he's eligible for the YouTube Card Hall of Fame, which just a quick plug, voting is underway. I think you all will be seeing this February 24th if all goes to plan, and that would be coincidentally the last day to get your votes in for the YouTube Hall of Fame. So yeah, Adam would be eligible. I'll be voting for him. I don't want to, tell everyone who to vote for, but I think he's a no-brainer. Zach, yourself, you've been doing this now for 5 years. You're definitely eligible. And before you go on, Zach, I just want to make sure we get this out, because I know you're a fan of Mr. 95 Cents, Gerald Giordano, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Feature channel, probably, right? You're a feature. He's got you down there. Okay. Yeah. Well, I discovered.
Very humbled to be so.
Oh, what is that? What'd you say?
Very humbled to be so.
Very humble. Oh, it's an honor. He's like the last guest I had on this collector's chat Vince, sports card ripping teacher. He feels, and I totally agree with the sentiment that how can you have a YouTube card Hall of Fame without Daryl Giordano in?
So, and forget about it.
So, thanks to Vince, he discovered that I believe it was Ray from Philly and Brad, or at least were two of them that are organizing it this year. So if you go to Ray from Philly's, I could put a link in the notes. If you go to his channel, there is actually a spreadsheet with the YouTube Hall of Fame veterans ballot. And guess what? Our friend, Mr. Daryl Giordano, is on that veterans ballot. So you can vote for up to 5, but you can only, if you like, I personally didn't know a lot of those channels, but if you know them and you want to vote for up to 5, you can. But if you just like, I don't know any, but you just want to vote for one, just vote for one. But what's great about that is on the regular ballot, you can vote for up to 10, and it's so hard to narrow it down because there's just so many great channels. So if you want to vote for Daryl, but you'd like, well, I'd like 10 other people as well, you can just put Daryl on your veterans, and then you vote for 10 of the other more than 3 years channels, and you're good. So that was my plug. Thanks.
And I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
because had Vince not told you that, I never would have known it either. I don't think.
I wouldn't have either. Well, the spreadsheet has a lot. It's like 150 tiny type names, and I just perused it and I missed it. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh,
so
man, I'm gonna have to take a look at that when we're done here.
Yep, you bet.
So, and forget about it.
So yeah, Zach, your channel, you've been doing it for over 5 years now. You've got 784 subscribers. Congratulations.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, isn't that true? I just had over.
I mean, legitimately, it makes me wonder. Like, what are 784 people thinking? Signing up for this nonsense.
Well, that's the humility that I love about you, Zach, and I get that on your channel. Self-deprecating humor, I think they call it, but I love it. How many videos do you think you've put out during that time? I guess both long form and short, they count in the number.
I think I know I'm over 1,000.
Yeah, you sure are.
1100,
no, you're 1,500. So. You're over 1,500.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's true, because I forget that the shorts count as those too.
Yeah, the shorts, you can put those up real quick and they get a lot of views.
Yeah.
In fact,
I mean, I filmed 7 shorts in like a half an hour, basically.
Well, I think it's your friend as well, Zach's Cards and Collectibles. You know, our friend. Yeah. Okay. Our friend from Georgia, the frugal. What do they call him? The frugal. Yes, Zach the Frugal. He told me that's how he's got like 800,000 subscribers. He's got probably like 25,000, which is amazing. But he says he puts out all these shorts and he gets a lot of subs through that. So yeah, that's how he does it.
He does. Like, I've seen him have shorts with like 25,000 views, because like,
yeah.
And if you can hit one, and if it's something that just happens to be like a hot ticket item at the moment, it's going to catch and it's going to fly.
Well, I had him on the collector's chat as well, and he told me that he did a Paw Patrol short. It was like 12 seconds. Paw Patrol. He went into Target, just videoed like the latest and greatest Paw Patrol prize. He put some Paw Patrol music, and it got over 1 million. It's got over 1 million.
Yeah, I remember that one. All of a sudden, it just took off.
Yeah,
it was incredible.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair because we put a lot more work in the long form videos and we get a lot less views, but I guess that's just the way the algorithms roll.
But,
so
unfortunately, I think that speaks more as to how, the viewing public is.
Oh yeah.
I have noticed, though, the long form videos are starting to become more popular. Like, even on the big gaming channels, it's very uncommon now to see one of their videos under 20 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it's like, okay, it's good. They're coming back. Now it's more common to see a 40 to 60 minute long video from some of these people.
I did not know that. So Zach, you're a connoisseur of the gaming channels, videos?
Sometimes I liken it to almost to sports cards. If it's stuff that I'm interested in but would never actually buy, I like to live vicariously through somebody else.
Yeah, fair enough. And you don't necessarily, or I'm not familiar, you don't really show gaming material on your channel. Is that correct? Or
Correct. Yeah, I don't.
yeah,
I haven't done any video gaming of anything in many a year. It just
yeah,
kind of fell by the wayside. We did it a lot in college, and then just kind of drifted away from it.
I gotcha. Oh, just going back to the shorts. What, and I know the answer to this. Do you know what your most viewed short with 2.4 thousand views is?
Oh, I saw that and I was so confused by it. I think it was a card opening. No,
Oh,
I think it was either a card opening or it was one of the handwriting relics.
nay on both of those, unless I
Huh.
read it wrong. It has to do
No.
with. I know we're mutual friends with Maiden's House of Wax. Maiden, right? His wax.
Maiden.
Yeah, so it was a wax. It was a 45 that you spun.
45. Which one? Oh, was it the Harry Dean Stanton one?
No, it was the Elvis Presley.
Really?
Suspicious,
Elvis.
suspicious
I remember
mind.
seeing Elvis
Yeah.
had creeped up. And the funny part of that 45, I got that from my local record shop in a mystery $5 pack.
Really? That's a
And I was like, oh,
talk about Zach the Frugal.
and
There you go.
yeah. And it was like, ooh, how awesome that it actually had the sleeve with it too. And the
Yes.
sleeve was in pretty
Yes.
decent shape.
Yeah, and I love how you put on the short. People like myself will just play the music, but you actually put it on they take it out of the sleeve, you put it on the turntable, and it spins and it plays. So I love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I've
I
got
like the aesthetic of it.
yeah.
You know?
No, it apparently other people have it's resonated with 2.4 thousand people. So, and that was
Let's go.
Suspicious Minds Random Wax number 9. So you do a series of the random wax. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
mainly I titled them that way just so I could keep track of what I've done. But
Sure.
and it worked out. And now I know I just recorded 7 different soundtracks. Because I love movie soundtracks as well.
Oh,
I always think
I
that
do
they're like a best of compilation.
Yeah. What are some of your you got Mr. John Williams, right? He's on that Mount Rushmore, I would think.
I know he sits atop the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he is
to be honest with you.
he is the Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
But
And that's why he's the one I could think of.
I will also give a nod to Hans Zimmer.
Oh,
I
love
think
him.
he did the score for.
Yes.
Did he do? I want to say maybe he did Gladiator.
Yes.
The score.
Yes, absolutely.
And it was phenomenal.
Right.
I am a big Hans Zimmer fan as well.
Right. And there's a couple more. See, I got this old guy thing where I blank out. But the man that did James Bond, he did all those. He is good too. I'll put it on the screen later. Yeah. I'll put it on the screen.
This is going to be one of
later.
those 10 minutes after we hit the stop button. It's like, oh, there it was.
Yeah, and Barry and the rest are yelling it right now. Like, yeah,
Hi, Barry. How are you? I'm not eating gum. You
yeah, right.
You can go unsubscribe to the channel again.
Yeah, because I know that because I'm a big Planet of the Apes franchise fan, and I know that person that did James Bond also did the Planet of the Apes. I'm pretty sure, and I think
so.
Jerry Goldsmith. Okay,
I knew we'd get there in the end.
Yeah, and did he even do the James Bond? I don't know. But anyway, he's on my Mount Rushmore. Maybe Zach will look it up, but yeah.
No, but I agree with you because the Planet of the Apes score was very, very good.
Right. And you agree that Jerry Goldsmith is genius as well, right?
Yep.
He's got to be there.
I absolutely would.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, here's a quick little story with me. When I was in college, I knew some foreign exchange students, and we were driving somewhere because I had a car, So of course they wanted to hang out because I had the car.
Right.
They were foreign. One was from Finland, and I don't know where, but they didn't have cars. So we were going somewhere, and we were talking about music, and they said they really enjoy classical music. And I'm like, okay, man, I'm in the 80s. I like 80s music and stuff. But I did say, you know what? I love to listen to the movie scores because they kind of remind me of classical music. And they kind of laughed at me. And I'm like, well, it is, but I stick by that though. That was my classical music was the music scores.
It is because it has that feel to it, that very depending on the mood, that somber, that elegant feel to it, and especially with a lack of lyrics, like that truly adds to it. So I don't think that's an unfair comparison.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not like a classical music connoisseur now, but I do enjoy some classical music as I've gotten older as well. But no, that was interesting. A little segue thing or whatever you call it, a little extra little topic there. Who would have thought we'd be talking classical music on the hobby? But you know what though? That's what I get. That's the feeling I get when I watch your channel, Zach. I don't know where it's gonna go, and we'll get to the different playlists that you have because you got a lot of great playlists. But I just wanted to stay with the bio real quick. Your long form video. Do you recall your most popular long form video to date? And it has 600 views.
That one, I'm fairly sure it's an old TTM one. Can't. Was it Bert Campaneris? Or because I know he was up there for a bit, or is it or was it a basketball player?
I believe it was a baseball player, Bob Montgomery. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, and I remember it was an old TTM that I did probably in the first year that I started, and all of a sudden I was like, why does that have 600 views? Like that is so weird.
And it's 600 right on the dot, so it's a round number, 600. Yeah, is there anything special that, or is just an algorithm fluke that just resonated, or what do you think?
The only thing I can chalk that up to is, yeah, it was a fluke of some sort because I can't really see any correlation between like a bunch of views and a Bob Montgomery signed trading card. But
yeah, you didn't have some obscene thumbnail or anything, did you? Clickbait or anything? I don't know. But yeah.
No, I think it was I think the thumbnail was a picture of him overlaid on a baseball diamond.
Yeah. Well, and then you mentioned, Zach, that you're like, oh, I got 784 subscribers. Subscribe to me. Well, you have had 257,335 people watching your channel since you've been. So what is that? Quarter of a million.
That is so weird to think about. That is so weird to think about.
Don't you wish you got $1 per view? That'd be nice, right?
Oh my God. But and then the problem is YouTube kind of made it impossible for small channels that aren't gaming channels or reaction channels to get up to the level of being able to be monetized.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
based purely on the watch hours.
There's
no way.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, I know like John Autograph Fisherman Burgess, he does the silent lives or whatever he does, try to get those watch hours up. But yeah, it's
that's live streaming is really the only way to do it anymore for smaller channels because I mean, but then you get like the really big popular channels of any genre. In that first day, they're going to have 50 to 100,000 views.
I know, it's amazing.
It makes you wonder, like, what if I started doing hot tub streams? How would that go over with the internet?
I don't know. Hot tub streams. Yeah. What is that? What is that movie? The hot tub time machine or something like that. I don't know, but
Yeah, hot tub time machine.
yeah.
I swear to God, a place that we used to go to in as a family in the winter was that place, that old ski lodge stuck in time. It
Oh,
was exactly like that, just in a different place.
okay. And now
It was in this. No, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just simulating that we like froze up. I really wasn't. I was just playing around. Uh
Oh, was it? Oh, was it? Because I was
it
like,
happened. It happened to me with Vince and I, where we had like the thing on radio. It's like this one of the sins is dead air. You never want dead air, but sometimes it's kind
yeah,
of fun just to have a little dead air, kind of absorb
yeah.
life
A moment of
and
reflection, as it were.
reflection. It kind of makes you uncomfortable because we're just used to constant give and take bombardment,
Well,
just like
and I, when they say that silence is deafening, it truly is in a strange way.
it sure is. Yeah. Some might say silence is golden as well, but yeah.
Oy,
So,
wouldn't that be
so
nice?
when you said you get away for that little vacation, you're on the East Coast geographically, Zach. Then is that
Yeah, I
okay?
grew up outside of Pittsburgh,
Mm-hmm.
so that's where the Steelers fans and all that comes in. And now, for the past 25 odd years, I've lived in Western New York, outside of Rochester. So
Okay.
been in. It's just gross snow belt, no beaches, rivers and lakes. Living the dream.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
We got a winner. We got a winner.
Hey, look at that. How convenient with the talk of Pittsburgh.
And you know what?
Oh, that
I don't know if you remember, but I didn't. I figured out the secret word before we saw each other. Then I saw your shirt has the secret word on it.
Oh,
So
look at that. I didn't even know. I didn't
there
even
you
piece
go.
that together.
So I thought, well, if he
See?
doesn't, he's gonna kick himself if he doesn't get the secret word since it's on his shirt. But yeah, these are coming to you. They're coming to would it call that upstate New York you're in? Or New York?
See, that's where the people in New York start to fight. Because they say upstate New York is anything outside of the lower five.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's fine.
That's
But
what like a guy
now
from
the
Minnesota
upstate
would
New-
say.
Yeah.
A guy from Minnesota would
And
just
now
say,
the
if it's
upstate
not New
people are
York
like,
City,
no,
it's upstate.
exactly. And that's literally the attitude. If it's not New
Yeah.
York City, it's upstate. And then now they're saying upstate is more the eastern side, so it stops in Syracuse. And anything west of Syracuse, which is where I am, is Western New York.
Okay. Okay. I've never been to
Whatever.
New York before. Never been. I hear a lot about it, a lot on television and the movies and the media, whatever. But let me ask you this: now, did you say what are your ties to Pennsylvania, if any, like living there?
Grew That's where I grew up there, went to high school
Okay,
there, and then moved here for college.
gotcha. Hence, being a Pirates, Penguins, Steelers fan. Okay, gotcha.
And no basketball since we never had it.
Right, that's true.
Well, not
That's
when I was
odd.
alive.
Uh Now, what is like the closest sports teams to where you live now? Is it like the Jets, Giants, or
Buffalo.
oh, Buffalo for
We got
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Buffalo from me is about an hour west of here, so
Okay.
about 60 miles. So we got the Sabres, we got the Bills,
Yeah.
and then, well, obviously, sorry New York City, but the two New York NFL teams are actually in New Jersey.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
there's technically only one NFL team in the state of New York, and it is Buffalo.
Interesting. Yeah. And so you're inundated with Bills fans. So do you get like the evil eye when you're wearing your Steelers gear, or is it
The Bills fans are so weird. They are so weird because,
Yeah.
like, I get either they love the Bills or they hate football. That's it.
They
Like,
love the Bills.
they
Yeah.
yeah, or just completely hate football. Don't even acknowledge football.
Yeah. It
They're
is
weird.
kind of weird. Yeah. And then you got to kind of, uh, give them a break a little because their big hero, football hero, ended up being a never convicted, but we all kind of know he was a double murderer. So,
Well, that's one thing that happened. But when he was playing, he was a great football player.
he was
The- you know,
the
but
Jew.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
On the following kickoff, O.J. Simpson stumbled and sputtered and then blazed 94 yards through the Jets to tie the game at 7-7.
Fortunately, tempers flared, and Ron Goldman or Nicole left the glasses there, and Ronnie had to go back and get them, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, he's now gone.
And their other football hero was a quarterback from Pittsburgh. Good old Jim Kelly.
He was from Pittsburgh. Interesting. Okay.
You know,
So
weirdly, a lot of great quarterbacks have come out of Pittsburgh. It's
Yeah.
very odd.
I'm trying to think. He would have fit in nicely with the Steelers because I think he came along kind of right after Bradshaw, right? Was playing. So
Yeah,
that would have been nice.
He was part of that. He was part of that famous 1983 draft when they brought in him, Elway, and Marino.
That was incredible.
But I think Jim Kelly went to the USFL first. He didn't go right. He didn't come to the NFL until 1985.
I think you're right. Yeah. Yep. Very true. So yeah. So man, never a dull moment in your area. A lot of sports. Oh, you know what though, Zach? When full transparency, when I first saw you on your, I think I would see you on different live streams and stuff like that. And then that's how I discovered this. Might have been Autograph Fisherman, some of those live streams. But you know what? I thought you were a Canadian. I almost said Canuck, but I think that's derogatory. But I thought you're a Canadian just because you were on with all these guys.
It's very weird. I know so many people all throughout Canada because of YouTube, and it's really, really cool.
Is that because are you pretty close to Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Rochester it's about 20 minutes I could get to Lake Ontario, and right across the lake is Toronto.
Okay. So you're kind of the adopted son maybe of Canada.
Yeah, we're on the fringe. We're fringe Canada basically in this part of the state.
Yeah. No, I love it. Rip them all. Yeah, there's some great Canadians out there. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I got a lot of Canadian. I subscribe to a lot of those channels and good stuff.
Oh, there are tons of them.
So you got you got the secret word. Congratulations. I wanted to talk about, like I said in my introduction, I just feel I love how eclectic your channel is. And I'm looking at your playlists are awesome. There's so much diversity. Like, let's talk about cooking. You've got 14 videos cooking. You're like the only channel in this community that I can actually watch someone make something like a food or whatever. So how did that get started? You must enjoy cooking, Zach, or?
Well, yeah, I really like to, and I think got pretty decent at it over the pandemic because you couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Restaurants were closed.
And then the one year, my sister gave me that calendar for Christmas, and she's like, here. And she said, by the way, if why don't you put them on YouTube so we can watch them? You know what? That's not a bad idea. So And then I did the year of it, and it's like, I should probably keep going with it.
So did this calendar have different recipes on it?
Yeah, every month was a different recipe, and it came with a different little thing of seasoning for it. It's like, you know what? That's kind of interesting.
And your sister recommended that.
Yeah, and I asked her this past Christmas when I was home. I said, "Hey, did you find any more?" She's like, "No, the company that I bought that one from isn't there anymore." I'm like, "Oh, that's a bummer because that was actually a cool thing."
Would you consider yourself a foodie?
I don't know because that word has a lot of connotation to it.
Yeah, I don't know. You enjoy it though.
I mean, I love it, and I love to try stuff. And when I went out to visit a very dear friend of mine in Los Angeles, she took me around to a bunch of different places. She lives in the Koreatown neighborhood, so a lot of Korean food. Oh, so good, so good.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's kind of seems to me the epicenter. A lot of these cooking shows. I don't know. I feel like you, like myself. I love nerding out on like the Food Channel and watching those shows. How about, what is that one where they have like 3 professional chefs and they have to go in a basket and they pick out whatever. Ingredients. Yeah.
Chopped.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't have to ask for AI on that one, but yeah, Chopped. I love that. Anthony Bourdain, God rest his soul. Loved watching him. Are you like that too? You watch these?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I love watching like food shows and cooking shows and all that. I can't get enough of them. It's good mindless entertainment, but I also find out that I'm picking things up out of it.
Yeah, for sure. See, I'm not a reality show fan if I feel like I'm not learning anything, but if it's like following police around or fire or cooking, different things like that, I'm in. I love those type of shows. So
yeah. Or if there was one I found on Netflix, and it was a glass blowing competition.
Oh, interesting.
Like, that is fascinating because it's something I don't know how to do. I have never attempted, would love to attempt, but it was teaching me things about glass blowing that I never thought I needed to know.
I'm with you on those because kind of in the same vein, my father introduced me to this one. Now, again, I'm blanking on it, but they make swords, they make knives, they make blade. I forget what that's called. But
that one is Forged in Fire.
Forged in Fire. I think, yes.
Because one of the judges actually lives here in Rochester.
No way. Which one? There was like an Asian guy.
Doug Marcaida.
Yeah, the guy that goes like that.
Cut guy. Yeah, that guy. He lives like 15 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
It will kill. It will kill. This will kill. This will kill. It's a killer. It will kill. Jamie, it will kill. It'll kill. Not as deeply as I'd want it to.
Fire, watch Forged in Fire. Yeah, see, these are the things that we watch. But that's why I'm interested in your cooking segments, because it's like, okay, this is what I love to watch. I mean, I think you made the pancakes, the peanut butter.
Was so weird because that came from History by Mail, and I'm looking like, a recipe. And the one that just came out, well, the most recent one, it was Thomas Jefferson and his ice cream recipe. And I'm like, what is going on? And now it's like, okay, I can't wait to see what March is going to bring.
Yeah, for sure. And that's another thing that I feel like I gained from watching your videos, Zach, is you get that because I'm a History Channel guy too. And you really talk a lot about history, especially when you're doing the what is it? What is that one where you have the beer and then you
my BS in a beer session. Yeah,
BS in a beer. That's my favorite.
I go through and I find some random topic. I have probably 30 bookmarks on my browser of weird events in history, strange events that nobody talks about kind of thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I see a lot of repeats, but I see some new stuff. Like, ooh, I could talk about that for 20 minutes while drinking a beer.
And it's not just any beer. You're drinking some beers that are how old? 10, 15 years old beers?
Oh, that's, yeah, 10 to 15, because back then I worked in a beer store for a good amount of time.
Because you're very knowledgeable. I understand. I can see that. Yeah.
And it was right at the time when the big craft beer thing really
Right.
took off. That's when we were there. So we kind of saw it building up around us.
Sure.
And we got well versed in this stuff. And then I just had a bunch, and it's been in my basement. I'm like, I don't want it there anymore. How can I turn it into YouTube?
Yes.
And I found a way.
Yeah, and well, they used to call it micro beer, right? Then they called it craft. I think it was one and the same, just called it different terms. But
Yeah, exactly. It was a marketing decision, basically.
yeah, I could see that. Micro maybe just makes it look little or something. I don't know. But not all beers.
Because
Go ahead, Zach.
so like the micro, they said it was in terms of how large the actual brewery was in their output.
That's right.
If it was under a certain level, they were
That's
classified as a micro. But you get something big like Anheuser-Busch, they're what they call a macro.
Yeah. And then the macros.
That's where the term came from.
And the macros didn't like the fact that the micro or craft beers are taking the world doing really well, and they had to come out with their own line. So yeah, of course.
Right. So now that's what we started to see. The big breweries all of a sudden were doing craft lines because they had to compete with the little guys.
Exactly. Yeah. And you've proven that not all beers age the same though, right?
Unfortunately not. There's some that just don't stand the test of time.
No.
Some that should, but something happened, and I've run across them all. Thankfully I've only had to drink one bad one in all the ones I've done, because the smell test caught every other one.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember what it was, but there was one. I was like, I smelled it and like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it doesn't smell bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried it, and like, no, that is not good.
That was dangerous. That was like a beer incognito, and then until you taste it, because usually, like you said, the smell will like, oh, okay, but not that one.
Yeah, the smell gives it away 95% of the time, but this one was sneaky. This one got me.
Well, I'll have to sadly admit, and it's probably the case with a lot of your viewers, is we have like some kind of sick satisfaction in watching you eat or drink bad or chew have bad experiences with food, I think.
And I can tell you exactly who to blame for that.
Who would that be?
I tell him that every time he pops in and makes a joke. The channel is Brian LCS. I met him through the comic people. Brian, if you don't know Brian, he's a wonderful guy. In all honesty,
I'm subscribed to him. Yeah.
In the early days of Jank Pack Thursday, I didn't flip the camera around. If they had gum in it, I just threw it off to the side and didn't. Or I would eat it off camera, but never flipped the camera. And then Brian said, hey, you know what you should do? You should flip the camera around so we can enjoy it with you. And
that's what I'm talking about.
And that's how it happened. It was because Brian LCS said something, and I'm like, all right, so now every now and then I'll just lay blame on him for it.
Yeah, well, thanks, Brian, because that has brought us many hours of entertainment. And probably one of the reasons we have a quarter of a million views, because people enjoy that stuff, that's.
And I know at this point, Barry has now created about 15 dummy accounts to give Brian extra subs.
Oh, hey, well, maybe that's why I've got as many subs as I have. I don't know. But
but
hey,
Barry
thank
loves
you,
it.
thank you, Barry. I appreciate that. Do you think?
But
Have you ever
he-
seen? Have you ever seen Barry's face?
I'm trying to think.
I have not.
Of all the times he's been live, I can't recall.
I have not. Maybe he has, but I have
I
not.
don't think I have.
So I was wondering.
But I know
I would love to have him as a guest, but I wonder he would have to. He'd have to show himself, kind of like a superhero or something. I don't know. He would have to show his.
Yeah,
face.
I don't know actually. I can't recall actually having seen him. But all I know is the man can sing.
He can sing. Yeah, he's great.
And I do like his singing videos.
He's great, and I'll have to have my people talk to his people, and maybe we'll get something set up. Might have to negotiate where we have the first chat where it's kind of like what was that guy on was it the Addams Family? No, the hand, right? It was just the hand that came.
No, thing.
Thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing.
He can just do.
I'd have to do this. I'd have to do a thing, or maybe he would say, "Of course, no one's asked me before. I've been waiting to show my face."
And that could very well be it.
I don't know. Yeah. So that could stay tuned. That could be something. So hey, Barry,
Either way, but if he only shows his hands, you need to negotiate it that he has to do like card or coin magic.
yeah,
So like
right.
he has to do card tricks while it's
Right.
just his hands.
Right. And then we might have to get special closed captioning for the deaf, where we could have someone doing sign language of Barry's hands. No, I'm kidding.
Who was that guy that did it was the Saturday Night Live thing. He was the interpreter for the School for the Deaf.
Oh.
And
Was it Eddie Murphy?
And all he would do was just yell what they said really
could have
loud.
been Eddie
Garrett,
Murphy.
was it Garrett?
I think.
No,
Well,
was it
I'll
Garrett
put,
Morris?
okay, it could have been Garrett. I'll put a clip on it because I know exactly what you're talking about. He would just basically say it louder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and tonight the weather. And tonight the weather. It was so funny.
Yeah, those were the best. And clip coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Top story tonight.
Our top story tonight.
Bellissimo Francisco Franco is still dead.
Is still dead.
Good night and have a pleasant
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
There we go. But yeah, the 70s Saturday Night Lives. Yeah, amazing. My group of friends, we have a little text chat with some of the channels. We were talking about the one where the superheroes are all gathered at a party and they're waiting in line to get into the bathroom. And here comes the Hulk. He comes out and he's like, I think it was Jane Curtin goes, "Who died in there?" or something like. And of course, they're all superheroes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to either rent it or buy it outright. Hey, Hulk! Hulk, come on, you got a lot of people standing out here in line. Come on. All right, take it easy. Whoa! Come on.
Is that
Take it easy. Come on.
Yeah.
That was a classic. Hey, you mentioned go ahead, Zach.
Oh no, to add to the why people think I'm also from north of the border. SCTV, loved SCTV.
Yeah. Who were the main guys in that?
John Candy.
Yes.
God, I just blanked on his name with the eyebrows.
Yeah, the guy, he was in Best in Show.
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy. Schitt's Creek. His counterpart. She just passed. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was Catherine O'Hara. Such a shame.
Yeah.
She was a comedic genius. And she was in there as well as CTV.
Yeah. No, that was excellent. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Loved it. Hey, Zach, you mentioned Jank Packs. It's one of the playlists items I have. Jank Pack Thursday, 196 videos. What is a jank?
Jank, by definition, is something of questionable quality or questionable age. So we've all been somewhere and there's a chair and it's being held together by duct tape and a prayer. That's a janky chair. That's kind of where it came from.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it came from. It's like because they were going to be like older packs, probably packs that people hadn't seen in years or had never seen.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So you have a wheel with all these packs, and then you just do a random spin, and then whatever pack
Yep.
you rip, you know, it could be a pack like this or whatever, and then you'll rip
Yep.
them, then you'll read them, and then
Yeah,
you eat the gum if there's gum in it.
And I think part of it, it's like Peeps does. If you know Peeps'
Oh, yeah.
channel,
Josh, yeah.
yeah, just taking the time to digest a pack of cards
Yes.
in nowadays when all people are doing is ripping them open and thumbing through to get to the hit cards.
Yeah,
Nobody's
yeah.
looking at them or appreciating them anymore. So it's like, I have a captive audience. I'm going to make you take 10 minutes and enjoy this pack of cards with me.
Well,
Is how I look at it.
And just an example, a recent example that you had is that I found very useful was you had an old, and I don't have it with me. I collect unopened packs. The key word being unopened. So unfortunately, I don't open many of them. But
Yeah.
so I have that Kojak pack. I never opened. I didn't know until you opened. I was like, oh, that's what's in there. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought.
Thank you, Steve Rademacher, for that one. And not only was it gum from 1975, by the way, it was gum that came from the Netherlands because those were Dutch produced.
That's right. Yep.
Oh,
Man, I'm
that
having.
was.
Yeah.
I still think about it. I can still feel it in my mouth.
And I love your descriptive analogies, your words that you come up with what you are tasting. Can you name a couple of those descriptive words?
I remember I think I described one as licking the inside of a sarcophagus. Or
whatever that, like, have you ever licked the inside of a sarcophagus? No,
that's what it is. It's like, of course you have. That's why you will know exactly what this tastes like, because you have all done this random thing.
Exactly.
But the one that just happened last week, it had kind of a weird, like when you smell something that's old and leather, you get that smell in your mind. That's what it tasted like. So I kind of likened it to old ice skates.
Old ice skates, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but like, imagine, you go into just anything and you just are hit with this smell of old.
Yeah.
Like, you can't accurately describe it, but you know what it is. That's what I taste pretty much every time.
Right. You have
I do it for you guys.
What's that?
I said, I do it for you guys.
Oh, and we are grateful. Thank you. You have a gift too, I think, Zach. You have a gift of no, I'm kidding. No, you have a gift of words, and that would lead me. Are you a writer? Do you love writing? I feel like you would be a good writer. Like,
I've thought about it, but interestingly enough, I could get recertified, but when I got out of college and subsequently graduate school, I am a history teacher in New York State.
Oh, now it all comes together. Okay.
See? Now everything gets put together.
Yeah.
I all I would have to do was basically just retake my certification test. Otherwise, everything else is fine. I have a valid teaching license in the state of New York.
And the last comment I made on your video, I I jokingly referred to you as professor, and I'm
professor. And I thought about that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to wait because I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to him later, and then it's all going to get pieced together.
Yeah. So you don't do teaching now, or do you?
The problem was, excuse me. When the time I got out of college, it was supposed to be a massive retirement year.
Oh, okay.
Those teachers decided to stay on for another 5 years.
Oh, no.
And then the worst part is my chosen subject matter was history/social studies.
Oh, I'm a sociology major, but that's different, I guess. So never mind.
But it's all kind of part of the same umbrella, though.
Edit that out. No, I'm just kidding. No. It is okay. Thank you.
But
it's all
part of the social sciences.
Social studies was my favorite My favorite subject because I'm terrible at math. So social, love it. And then getting back to the reality show, I just love social stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
but this isn't
It's
about me.
weird
It's
how
about you.
all of a sudden everything starts tying together, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
there was they needed term limits, is what you're saying, because these teachers, yeah.
because I remember I realized it was happening because I was just finishing up graduate school and I had to shadow another teacher. And he was saying initially at the beginning of the 7 weeks, yeah, I'm going to retire. We're going to have a lot of jobs open. Come week 6, yeah, changing plans. No one's retiring. We want more money. And then to boot, there were so many social studies or history teachers applying for each job. There was too much supply, not enough demand. So they were taking the kids just out of college to get them cheaper than somebody, that had, because I substitute taught for a while, that had any teaching experience.
Yeah.
It was just bad timing all around.
Well, it's the students' loss, but it's YouTube here, the hobby community's gain. Maybe we could just say YouTube is your classroom and us viewers are your students. How about that?
I think, and that's kind of how I approach it, especially talking on the beer videos.
Right.
That's how I kept the students' interest. I had to talk about weird things every now and then, otherwise they're going to tune out.
And I should have known something's up, unless you just maybe have a good technique, because I feel you're talking a lot about the facts and the timelines and history, almost just off the top of your head organically. And you might have a little notes or script, but I feel like you're just freestyling it, which I love.
Usually the only notes I have are if it's somebody's name and I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I pretty much free flow through the whole thing.
It's amazing.
For better or worse, both have happened.
Well, it all depends. Some of his beers have the 13% alcohol in, and then they could get,
and then come about the 15-minute mark. All of a sudden, my notes are starting to get a little fuzzy.
Yeah. So there's one more playlist I want to talk about. And it's probably the big one. I mean, that's kind of the big thing in the hobby community is I did not know when I started watching videos like 2 years before I even started creating anything. So I was watching videos and I came across TTM and I'm like, what in the world is a TTM? I have no idea. Well, then of course I found out it's through the mail autographs. I think, is that a thing? Because I was always in the world of, if I want someone's autograph, I got to go with the piece of paper or the card to the person and sign it. There's a whole different thing. So,
well, and that's where it started for me, was when I was in high school. They would have all of these, card shows, and they would bring in guests. And because it was Pittsburgh, they would bring in like the old 70s Steelers. I got to meet Joe Green. I got to meet Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, all those guys. They signed pictures for me. And then it was later, a buddy of mine said, you can just write to people and ask them and they might sign something. Like, really?
Right.
And he started showing me all these pictures, 8x10s that he had sent to, he had a spare one. So he gave me for Christmas a signed Rodney Dangerfield photo that he had written to Rodney and said, could you sign this? And he said, yes, sure.
Sure. So his personal assistant signed it for him. So his personal assistant signed it for him. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to be that guy.
No, but the problem, there are some people that actually do that, and they get called out on it, and very publicly, and kind of shamed amongst collectors and fans.
Yeah. I think the first TTM channel I came across was Adam's Card Closet, who, by the way, is eligible for the Hall of Fame. So there you go. But yeah. So
and a fountain of knowledge and a true gentleman and a scholar, I might add.
He sure is. Yep. They don't get any better than Adam. So you're getting content, you're getting character with Adam. And so through the mail, been very, very good to you ever since. I would imagine he'd been accumulating a lot of the.
I'm shocked, legitimately shocked at some of the people that would sign something just because. Very surprised. Like, I'm talking athletes, actors. I've written to military people. I wrote to the absolutely fantastic, the right David Attenborough, the Lord Attenborough, and he signed something for me.
Oh, wow. Can't say that many people have had the Lord sign something for them.
Right. I wrote to, Jane Goodall, who was very kind enough to sign something for me as well.
Oh boy, that is neat.
And it was,
that could go in my Planet of the Apes collection. I got to get Jane Goodall. I got to get her address. What was her address? What is it, like in Africa or something, or what was her?
No, it was through her foundation, which I can't remember where it was.
Oh, so did you make a little donation and then? No, okay. Well,
no, I just
even better.
Just wrote her a note. And unfortunately, Jane passed away in October.
I don't know if I knew that. Maybe. Oh, wow.
That's what because there was something worming into my brain, and I was like, "Did she pass?" But you would think like somebody like her would have been much bigger news.
It all depends.
Jane Goodall, for God's sake.
So you're not quite sure, or are you now sure that she has passed?
No, she did pass in October, and it was like, why wasn't that bigger news than it was?
Yeah, right. Well, it all depends. There could have been another bigger story at the same time that just overshadowed it. So, yeah,
that's also true. But
he was a staple growing up in school. I mean, it was all Jane Goodall. I don't know. I was a big. I ended up being sociology, but archaeology was my. Do you remember in school? Did they ever talk about the Leakeys, the archaeologists? John Lee, those guys. Goodall,
Yep.
It's amazing. So those are good ones. Any other specific examples of some of your favorite TTMers?
Well, let's see. I got and just on chance.
Yeah.
I got Sidney Crosby. He signed.
Okay.
Wayne Gretzky signs. Just Stephen Curry for all you basketball fans. I got him early on in his career. Mel Brooks.
That's a good
Everybody
one.
loves Mel Brooks.
Love Mel Brooks. That's he's Blazing Saddles. Forget about it.
I got Mel Brooks. I got Gene Wilder about 6 months before he died. I got him to sign. And Terry Garr. And
Young Frankenstein. Yeah.
That's the picture I got her to sign of her.
That is so
in the hay wagon.
That is so cool. I love that. Yeah, the Gene Wilder, because Willy Wonka, that's one of my things I collect. I actually had to get his signature. I bought it off PSA. I bought it off eBay, so I did get that because I have Willy Wonka poster with all the kids signed on it, and but not Willy. Wilder wasn't on there, so I have to get that separate. But those are cool.
But that's a gem. And I remember I knew he would only sign one thing, so I'm debating like Willy Wonka, Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein won in the end for me. So I have a picture of him as Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Signed.
That's Frankenstein.
Stir Crazy was another good one. Him and Richard Pryor were in that. Stir Crazy.
Oh, there's so much good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mel Brooks.
That movie. And now that you mentioned Stir Crazy, I don't think that movie gets talked about enough.
Not recently. I remember actually seeing it in the movie theater back in the day.
Oh, that was a phenomenally fun
and
movie.
Mel Brooks, Mrs. CC, one of her favorite movies, believe it or not, is Spaceballs.
And I think they
Dark Helmet?
recently just finished filming the sequel. I think they wrapped filming, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
definitely have to go to that.
And you because Mel was there, he came back. Rick Moranis came out of it. This is the first movie he's done since his wife passed all those years ago.
Oh boy, I know he was doing
he came
Ghostbusters,
back,
right? But that was a long
and they
time
got
ago.
John Candy, and they got John Candy's son to do an appearance.
Nice, yeah. As
like you know what,
as the Wookiee or whatever he was, I can't remember the character. Yeah,
he's a Mog, half man, half
Mog.
dog.
Yeah,
I'm my own best friend.
Yeah, yeah. He's a famous Canadian right there. So, yeah.
Oh, one of the best.
No, so that's great. So you got the blend of celebrities, athletes, history. Yeah. Do you have is it like a database that you get the addresses from, or okay?
Yeah, there's the one website which one is Sports Card Forum, and they have a little tool in there where you can look up addresses.
Okay.
And the other one that I use, I think it's like $25 a year, but it's gotten me some good addresses, is called Star Tiger.
Okay.
And and it'll even tell you if they only sign one thing, if they won't sign a particular thing, if they charge a signing fee, they let you know that right there in advance. So it makes it easy.
Do you pay? Are you willing to pay if you want? If you really want it, you'll pay, or okay.
Yes. If there's somebody I absolutely want, I will pay for it. Yeah. I threw $20 to get a signed Phil Necro 8x10.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yep, that's worth $20. It's a black and white picture. Yeah. He signed it in gold. Like, you know what? That's worth $20 in my opinion.
Oh, no, for sure.
Then there's some guys no, I'm not paying. You played in nine professional games. I'm not paying you $5 for your autograph.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Who do you think you are? That tells me they just don't want to sign. They don't want any mail.
That's exactly what it is. And Jack Lambert actually does that. He charges some exorbitant price so people leave him alone.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think I would be the same way, but I'd probably donate it to a charity or whatever. I would charge.
And a lot of guys do that. I know Joe Theismann, somebody just got him back, and he's still the same. He charges a $5 donation for St. Jude's.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I've just because learning about TTMs. Maybe in the future I'll do even more, but I've done a few, and I guess I've been spoiled because I got them back relatively quick. Hugo from Signs of the Pastime gifted me a nice picture of Bo Derek, and I thought, man, I'd love to get that Bo Derek sign. So I think I asked John Burgess, Justin, 3 Good Nerds. I should have maybe even asked you, what's an address? And I got some address. I don't know if I got it, where I got it, but I sent it off probably in early December, probably a bad time because of the holidays. I haven't received anything back. I think, Arizona, maybe it went to.
I sent to an address I found for her probably going on a year ago now, and have not heard back anything.
Okay. So either it's sitting in a pile because I've seen some of you TTMers get stuff back over a year. So, I mean, there's still hope.
Oh yeah. I've always felt that unless it comes returned to sender or returned unsigned, completely refused, that there's always a chance.
Well, thank you. That's what I've been holding out hope is, well, at least I haven't got that yellow return to sender thing. So maybe that says the address. Now maybe it could have gone into the cylinder, the circular file or whatever. Maybe it's got tossed in the garbage. Maybe someone said, oh, here's a cool picture of Bo, and then just took it or whatever, but I don't know.
And I mean, right now, my record for the longest one to date is 7.5 years.
And you got it back.
And it came back signed.
I think
which means
you showed that, didn't you?
that this person kept it for 7.5 years through all their travel. It was to Joe Flacco. I wrote to him when he was still playing in Baltimore.
Boy.
So through all the travels he did, every team he went to, for whatever reason, he had this thing in his possession and finally signed it for me 7.5 years after I sent it to him.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Only thing that would be weirder than that is what if you sent it like to Catherine O'Hara or something and you receive it like later after she's dead or something, you know what I mean? Wouldn't that
I've had that happen.
Uh-oh.
I've had that happen, actually.
I got to hear
It was
this
some,
story.
I can't remember who it was. It was an older baseball manager.
Yeah.
I got it back 2 days after he passed.
Oh boy. Isn't that crazy?
It was postmarked 2 days before he passed.
Yeah,
And I
that's
was like,
literally mail from, I don't know if literally, but that's what I call mail from the grave there.
Kind of, yeah. Like,
Oh,
and
boy.
then I felt this kind of twinge of guilt, like, and nobody knew that he was even in bad shape. And it's like, if he would have been ill, I wouldn't have written to him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was just very weird.
It just makes it special though, to think that that was one of maybe his last things he's done on earth, you know?
Right. That could have been the last
You know,
TTM he ever signed.
you could just blow your mind thinking about, you know, to get philosophical, but you know, we're on this veil of tears for only a finite time, so long. And in that time, someone used some of that time to make you happy or to do something like that.
That's what I always feel about it. Like when I got, you know, when I get anybody that signs it back, you think about it, like, even if they just opened it up and scribbled their name on it, like they could have been sitting at their counter having coffee one morning while they did that for me.
Yeah.
Like, and even if it's just 10 seconds, the fact that somebody that of note that I admire took 10 seconds out of their day to do something for me, I think that's really cool.
Well, it's just a connection, and I get really nerdy about it even, and now I've even come, because I used to be like, at first I'll take anything, autograph, whatever it is, I'll take it. So these sticker autographs, I was happy. Hey, it's still their autograph, a sticker. But now I'm at the point where I love the on-card autograph because I feel like they've actually, I don't know, maybe they kind of held it. You know, they actually
because how the stickers work is they send them out to them in advance. They just sign the stickers on a sheet and send them back.
Yeah. So this, if it's on card,
whereas they actually have to hold the card for a split second while they're signing it.
Yeah, for sure. So that gets love the TTM aspect, and that's one of your spokes in your wheel. History shorts I have down, and you're the history teacher. Card openings, of course, you open cards just like a lot of the channels do. So I
love to combine them. So when I get those history cards, I'm a big fan.
Sports and more, yeah, for sure.
Everything.
So
anything I get my hands on.
Yeah, before we wrap it up, and I appreciate your time, Zach. This just been great. It's been fun.
Blast.
Are you familiar? And I've done this on the show with other guests. The great James Lipton of the New School in New York. He hosted a show called Inside the Actors Studio.
What is your favorite color? Yes, the Lipton questions. I know.
That was a Saturday Night Live skit too. He had the stack of cards about that big. Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah. And I'm blanking. Who is the? Remember the comedian that did it? I'll put a clip up. But
oh God, I should. I can see his face.
Yeah. Oh, Elf. He did that. Yeah, I know. Isn't this? Hey, let's title this episode "Two Old Guys That Forget."
Yeah, two guys forget everything. Wait, Elf, was it Will Ferrell? Yeah, it was Will Ferrell.
And then divine inspiration hit you in the form of a night at the Roxbury. Thank you. What was that like?
Thank you. Yeah, we'll get the clip on there.
Oh my God.
I didn't get a lot of.
And him as the host of Celebrity Jeopardy was so good.
Yeah. Oh, the Tom Hanks one on that was good. Yeah, that was awesome. So anyway, you're familiar. So James Lipton would always ask the 10 best interview questions because he got it from this French journalist and TV host Bernard Pivot. Right? You're familiar with that? When the way James Lipton would always say it go, and then Bernard Pivot with the guest. And the funny thing is when I watch that show, because if the viewers there, if anyone's not familiar, go to YouTube as soon as this is done, or now, whatever, watch Google Inside the Action. He had some of the best, and if you're if you like movies and celebrities, he had some of the best interviews, and he'd and it was because it was for a school. It was like a professor. It was great, I thought.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He is a legendarily great interviewer.
Yeah, and then was shocked as he passed away in 2000. Well, when you started your YouTube channel in 2020, he passed away. I think he was only 74. And when he would refer to Bernard Pivot, I thought Bernard Pivot was probably some guy from the 1930s or 40s. But actually, Bernard Pivot, or Pivot, I guess, he passed away just last October or something. So he was actually outlived.
I was going to say, like, they were, like, he wasn't looking up to. They were pretty much contemporaries.
Yeah, and I thought maybe Bernard was like from the 1800s or something, that he had this list or something. Right. But yeah. So anyway, contemporaries, and what he was good. So let's get this going here. Okay, so Zach, what is your favorite word?
That is a good one. that is a good one.
Yeah.
Happy.
Okay, that's good.
Happy is a very good word.
It's a very good thing. Okay, and what is your least favorite word?
No.
Okay. That's kind of negative, and no.
Yeah, because it's a definitive end of.
Yeah. It's like, can I be a history teacher for your school? No. Because we got too many people that aren't retiring. Yeah, it's kind of
exactly. It's one word, one syllable, and just is an impenetrable wall.
It is. What turns you off what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally? What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Like which of the three, or?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Aspect? What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally? I guess either one of the three.
I guess any of them. Discovering something new. Like every time I do a history by mail, and I say, because I always say it like, I did not know that, and I genuinely didn't, and I'm very happy that I now know it.
Opposite of no, it just kind of opens doors. I got you. I love that.
Now all of a sudden there's all new avenues that I can look at.
Well, maybe dovetailing to that is the next question. What turns you off?
Close-mindedness.
Ooh.
When people aren't willing to at least listen. You don't have to agree with me, but at least hear me out.
I've had dreams, I've had nightmares like that, where I'm trying to convey a point and no one listens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an off-putting feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe that's why I have my own chat show, so people have to listen to me. I don't know.
But that's kind of what it is, because now you set the narrative, as it were.
That's right. Okay, and then just do whatever you're comfortable with on this one. Whatever. What is your favorite curse word? You can censor yourself if you want, or just go on and say it.
I like to get creative.
Okay.
Mine are actually kind of, like the word that begins with F and rhymes with duck, but add bucket at the end of it.
You got to have
pieced
that.
it together.
Yeah,
That one.
the bucket. Yeah.
But adding the bucket at the end of it just it takes it to a different level because it almost takes the anger away from the person you're calling it. Because
True.
like, what?
Good one. That might be a first. I don't know if we'll ever get that. That's one. You'll never see F bucket on this coming down because no, I don't think anyone would get it.
Yeah, but I think
you may have gotten
I
it.
think F bucket is probably my favorite, and I use it often. I did it actually the other day. I was somewhere and somebody did something stupid, and I was in my car, and I was like, you know, I gave it to them.
Well, we should have rehearsed this because this could have been Saturday Night Live. I should have not had you say the word until you said F bucket, and I should have had this come down with F bucket.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, let's fix it.
We'll fix it in post. Don't worry.
Okay.
Edit this out.
We're totally transparent. Everything you see is what you get. That way I can say that's why I forget things and I'm terrible because we don't edit at all. 100%. This is what you get. Because if we edited what you see, that really shine bad on us. So okay. What sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you love, Zach?
I love the sound of like water in a stream, like that soft water rippling sound. Yeah. It's the time between that and a fireplace, where every now and then it'll pop when it hits a knot. Oh, see, there you go. Twice.
I'm glad you said stream because I'd be going stream, but what it's a bigger stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like,
no, that's awesome. I love it.
When in fairy tales, what they would describe as the babbling brook, as it were.
That's right.
I like
that's
that.
right.
It's a very relaxing sound.
Some people call me babbling, but okay.
Yeah. They just don't know any better.
Thank you. What sound or noise do you hate?
Silence, in a weird way.
Oh, we touched on that. Yeah.
In nature, silence indicates something catastrophic is about to happen.
Oh, I never thought about it that way. You're right.
Because if you're ever out in the woods and all of a sudden there's no noise, something bad is about to happen.
Could be. And you've been out in the woods kind of for some of your videos. You've been on location.
I venture out there and and I used to do the camping thing, whatever, but there was one time when we were somewhere and all of a sudden it just went dead silent and it was really eerie. And then the coyote howl happened. It's like, yep, I am not a fan of this.
Okay. Yeah. You're waiting for the Jason. Yeah,
exactly. Because if the animals are quiet, that means they're leaving.
Oh, okay. Time for Zach to leave as well.
Nah.
What did I do? Oh yeah. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? And before you answer that, so you said you're not a history teacher. Are you related to that, or what are you doing now?
Well, right now I do freelance stuff for like creative writing as much as you can in the AI glut that we're in, but that's slowly fading away, thankfully.
Okay.
I do that independent research. Before that, I cleaned carpets for 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But if there was, and I actually, as weird as it sounds, I was actually talking to a friend of mine about this earlier. And I said, if you could pick any old-timey medieval profession, what would you do? And we both agreed it would be blacksmithing.
Yes, yeah. My wife was repairing a shoe today with glue and stuff. And I'm like, that's called a cobbler, isn't it? A shoe cobbler.
Yeah, the shoe people are the cobblers.
It must be because you cobble things together.
all together.
I assume, as opposed to like someone fruity would maybe be a peach cobbler. I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, depends on what part of the country they're from.
that's right. So yeah, I mean, those would be different things that are the buggy whip maker, stuff like that. That kind of yeah.
Or as I describe it, any profession that spawned a surname. Cooper, Smith, Baker, anything like that. You think about those names, they were their professions.
Exactly. Food for thought, and that's what we get on Zach's collections. Okay, so what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I'm going to stick with blacksmithing. I would love to learn how to make something out of metal.
Blacksmithing. Okay. What was the show? Forged in Fire, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that, I was just thinking too, I don't know if you've named your cooking playlist, but here's a suggestion. How about food for thought? Might be a
You know
good
what?
one.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that kind of makes sense now.
Yeah.
I think I might have to edit that in a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, we got two more.
Let's go.
What profession would you not like to do?
Crab fisherman. Screw that.
Okay.
Screw that.
Yeah, because you see the shows.
Yeah, you see shows like Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with 800-pound metal things swinging around and the ocean trying to kill me at the same time. Not having it.
Yeah. I mean, the money seems attractive. They get a lot of money for that, but the life.
Right. But at the same time,
yeah,
it's a 100% injury rate.
It is. It really is.
Yes.
And that's why they pay that money. Yeah. So that's a good
one.
one.
That's why they get that money. But nope.
That's right. That's right. And last but not least, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
That I did well.
You did well. Well, I think you have done well, Zach. As I mentioned before, you're welcome. YouTube, we are fortunate, we are blessed that YouTube is now your classroom and we viewers are your students. You can catch that
means a lot.
And Zach's collections. Oh, of course. Genuinely enjoy your videos. I just, like I said, I just enjoy the diversity of what you have put out there, and I don't know, I just like your sense of humor too. You're self-deprecating, and yeah, I enjoy that.
It's a crazy world, and we've got to laugh at something.
That's right. It is. It's a break. It's the break from reality for sure. That's why I just.
That's it. I don't watch stuff to be reminded of what's outside. I watch stuff to escape what's outside.
Yeah. So all you sports things, keep the politics out of it, please. I just don't want. I want my escape, entertainment. Right. I want to escape all that stuff. Instagram .com/Zach's or what do you call underscore collections or
the underscore,
yeah. I'll put that in the description. What is the TCDB?
TCDB is trading card database. Basically, it's
okay.
It's very handy. Like it's all as many of the sets as people have compiled, and you can keep track of what you have, and you can even organize trades for certain things. And a lot of non-sports card people are on that site. So you could probably find a lot of stuff you might be looking for there.
I want to go on try that out. And do I have your permission to put that in the description of the video too as well?
Oh yeah, There's a lot, and there's a lot of us on Trading Card Database. There's a ton of us on there.
Okay, excellent. Any other places to find you, plug or anything? I'm keeping in mind this is probably going to be coming out February 24th. So remember, if you haven't already and you want to, you don't have to, but Hall of Fame votes are due.
Yes, do it. Daryl Giordano for the win.
Daryl Giordano. This gentleman right here, Zach's Collections. He's eligible. A lot of good. That's the hard thing about it. No matter how many you have, there's always going to be a couple that you wanted to put in, but you just didn't have them.
Right. And you always feel like you're slighting somebody, even though you're not intending to.
I know. Get over it, people. Get over. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But since it is the 24th, we'll just throw a quick plug. The annual March 1st spinach hunt for Allen and Ginter.
There you go.
Check out Julie Farnham and For the Pools. They're running everything. They have all the videos. There's going to be a ton of prizes. Get your Allen and Ginter. We need a video for March 1st.
Awesome. That's perfect. Yeah, I know.
We're looking for the common loon. The Minnesota state bird is the chase card this year.
Okay. The loon. Yeah, there you go. Love it. Yeah, definitely watch that. It goes to a good cause too, isn't it?
I mean, it's just a bunch of fun, and I know there's just tons of prizes. We give away prizes for people that get closest to a card, that pull a good card, all kinds of stuff.
You guys we're the good cause. The community has fun. The camaraderie, entertainment. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
The thing is, like, all of a sudden, like, there's all these channels every year that I've never heard of before that are doing spinach video, hunt videos. Like, this is awesome. Like, it's reaching so far.
Yeah. Don't Talk to Robots. Don't they do it? Doug.
Yep.
BK.
Doug just put out something. Doug is doing a giveaway for it. I know Daryl Giordano has tons of prizes he's giving away for it. Julie For the Pools. I think Canadian Card Breakers is throwing some stuff in there. Don't hold him to that if I'm wrong, but I thought he was.
Yeah. And everyone that wants to do it's included, right? You don't have to.
Anybody.
Yeah, it's open to everyone. That you're not going to hear that word. You're not going to hear that word no. It's open.
Not on that one.
It's inclusive.
Other than, oh no, I didn't get the common loon.
All right, Zach. It's been a joy, pleasure, appreciate it. I'm glad we could. I know we met each other on a previous live, but it's good to talk to you again and
it's good to meet up with you once again after all the running around we had to do.
Yeah, and I apologize.
But I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Only thing I apologize is I don't know if it's lack of sleep, but not remembering things. It's a curse of age. But
I do it all the time, and the problem is I'll think about something else and then I'll remember what I was trying to think of.
All right, take care. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Well, I think we kind of summed it up when I said, Zach being a history teacher, this is his classroom, YouTube. We're lucky enough to be his students. Can't really add much more to that. So I will say, if you like this, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll get the notices when these chats come up next. Because who knows who's going to be the next person. So, for Zach Collections, I'm Robert Segedi, also known as the Common Name Collector. And as always, good collecting.
That's Frankenstein.